from Steve Ellison Field. It's the NBL Tournament Championship game. Casa Grande, Petaluma, one final time this season with an NBL trophy on the line. It's all coming up next, right here on Trojan Live. Oh my goodness! We were here for the Battle of the Paddle, and one more time we'll be back here at Ellison Field as the Trojan and the Gauchos are doing battle in varsity boys lacrosse. It's always fun every time these teams meet up, and it's a pleasure to bring the full game to you once again here in the NBL Tournament Championship. I am Griffin Epstein from Trojan Live, and we'll have the full game coming up with play-by-play and plenty more throughout the evening. It should be a packed Steve Ellison Field for this Friday night affair. The Trojans defeated Casa both times to take home the NBL title. They were undefeated 10-0, but the Gauchos' only two losses in NBL were to Petaluma, and both games were quite exciting. The first game, a one-goal, very tight affair, and the second game here at Ellison Field, the Trojans pulled away late. We expect another up-and-down exciting game, and the Gauchos are itching for revenge. Both teams talented. They'll both be heading to the NCS playoffs next weekend, but an NCS trophy is on the line. Can the Trojans finish NCS play undefeated and take both home the pennant and the trophy, or can the Gauchos get sweet revenge in a victory over their hated rival, the Petaluma Trojans? One final time, these teams will duel. The full game is next. All right, we are just about ready to go up top here at Steve Ellison Field. The sunshine still shining beautifully on this newly remodeled field for its first NBL Tournament Championship game and the final NBL Tournament Championship game as well in boys lacrosse. Trojans looking to take the title for the first time in 4 years. Finished 12-0 in NBL. Gauchos will win the face-off. Seems like a rarity with Isaiah Blomgren in the center circle for the Trojans, but that absolutely has to be a focus for the Gauchos because the Trojans really were able to control play back here at Ellison Field last month, take home the battle for the paddle with Blomgren winning the vast majority of those face-offs. Sparser crowd than expected, maybe a little bit late arriving to this Friday night game. 7 p.m. start. Couldn't be more beautiful right now, and it will descend into twilight at night over the course of this one. Stolen away by the Trojans. Nice play there. 12-minute quarters, 4 quarters in total. Great move, fired, and it deflects, rebound, and a great job by the Gauchos to just poke it out. Justin Turner had made the steal and passed it up to Butts, who nearly twice got it in. Here's Garrett Freitas. Trojans were so electric offensively, especially by the time they got to the second quarter. Had a slow start against the Gauchos in that first quarter back here at Ellison Field. We're down 3-1 early, but they really found a spark late. Good defense by the Gauchos. They get the ball out of Lynch's hands, and then a pushing along the sideline and a whistle. Fouling the Gauchos, back to Trojans. Trojans get it in quickly, turning, firing, and did he score? Looked like it hit the net. No goal called. Oh, maybe mended off fantastically by the Gaucho keeper. But great probing move to get right inside to the crease. Ian Lynch. What a game Lynch had. Gets the Gauchos a couple goals. His physicality was key in that one, just bursting through Gaucho defenders. Trojans reset here. And you can see the Gaucho physicality. They are crushing Trojan offenders, and they take it back the other way. Turner was not allowed entrance. Dangerous pass, but the Gauchos move it forward here. It's a very windy evening, and that could have some effect. About 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing from right to left on your TV screen or whatever you're watching this one on. Appreciate you joining us. If you did miss that first battle between these two, the battle for the paddle at Ellison Field last month, you catch that full game right on our YouTube channel. Good ball movement inside, and a good save by Shear. And now we have a whistle. Call is offsides on the Gauchos. So a little too far.
on the Trojan defense. Gauchos will be able to retain possession, but they'll reset here. So we're 3 minutes in, no score. Trojans with some good looks the other end, but Gauchos will need good goalkeeping. That was really an issue. They went through 3 goalkeepers. And the first affair between these two is the Trojan attack was just blistering, and no one had confidence to save shots in the Gaucho net. Good ball movement. They fire, and Shear with the save. It was a tough angle there on the shot by Fabiano. Trojans get it ahead to Luca DeBono, who did not get to play, or played very briefly when these two teams faced as he was hurt. Gauchos try to steal right back, but then Skylar Horn gets in the way of that one, and the defender takes it up. Trojans drive, quick swing. Turner fired, scored! DeBono gives a hug to Isaac Lynch as the defenders were getting up.
Goal.
Lynch may be a midfielder, but a great job by Skylar Horn, the defender, to get the turnover. The Trojans had numbers, the Gauchos were reeling. And a great find from DeBono to Lynch, who was one-on-one with the goalie who tried to come out, Jacob Eckwall, and could not make the save. So 1-0 Trojans. 5:30 going, 6:26 remaining here. Blomgren wins the face-off, fires, it scores. Oh, that's easy. Isaiah Blomgren shows why he's headed to Mount St. Mary's, a D1 school for boys lacrosse next year. Took the face-off and straight down the field in an easy goal. Just like that, 2-0. And the Gaucho sideline so vocal to start this one. Already has dimmed down. Goalie is Jacob Neal, my apologies, who looked confident that a couple saves early and even came out to challenge Lynch. It was a confident move even though he allowed the goal, but Blomgren able to score an easy one there. Blomgren flips it backwards. Good battle for the Gauchos to win possession.
Possession Casa.
Casa has only lost twice since March, and both times to Petaluma. The first time these faced off, it was a thriller. Trojans won 18-17. It was back and forth throughout, and surges of momentum are a big thing between these two, but the Trojans really had the surge of momentum in the second quarter, then took it to the third, and by that point the game was over. Well, Skylar Horn doing a great job, gets the steal there, and he will take it up. Senior for the experienced Trojans with the extra long stick. Gets in the box, now Will back to his normal assignment, bobbled by Freitas. A special athletic player. And now the Trojans will settle into their offense. 7:25 remaining and counting in this first quarter. Trojans lead 2-0. Fired! Good save made.
Shot Turner.
Turner active early. He was active early last game. Fired, and another save is made.
Isaac Lynch. Save Neal.
Neal with the save for the Gauchos. And now's the numbers for Casa. And a hard check. Freitas fell. Great physicality by the Trojans. Dante Ratto providing some aggressiveness. And the Gauchos had so much trouble breaking this zone defense of the Trojans. Only had 1 goal, only had 4 goals in the first half when they faced before, really after they put a number on the Trojans in the first game. It's such an experienced group for the Trojans, obviously with their 11 seniors. So much talent up and down this line. There's no one weak player you can attack, no weak link in the defense. And they say that your team is as strong as your weakest player. That one is fired in all sorts of traffic wide. Stay Gaucho ball. Ian McKissick. The rather ambitious shot, the junior midfielder. Casa a little bit less experience, but they do, of course, come off of 3 straight NBL titles for this year. That was good ball movement, but Shear able to fend off the shot from Pierce Odwell. Trojans have won their first NBL title since 2015. Their other was in 2009. Also won the NBL Tournament title in 2015, finished undefeated, trying to repeat that 3 years later. halfway through this first quarter. Trojans leading 2-0. Isaac Lynch with a goal, and Isaiah Blomgren right off the faceoff seconds later added a second one. Gauchos just can't get through. Great job by Shear.
Shot Giambe, save Shear.
Bounced right in front of him in the crease, and Shear able to collect it up and hold on. And the long pass ahead. Really well done, Lynch. So long and lengthy, really hard to deal with. Centers it, scores! Spectacular pass, brother to brother.
Assist Ian Lynch.
Ian Lynch to Isaac Lynch. It sounds sweet coming out of the PA announcer's mouth as well. Ian Lynch behind the goal, patient and waiting. And he found his brother. You know, they've been working on that chemistry ever since they've been born for the last 18 years. And Lynch with great speed. Isaac Lynch lurking again. He's got 2 goals early. And he has come to play, and it is already 3-0 Trojans. They are taking the opening punch to the Gauchos. It's a Trojan team that has not been afraid to absolutely dominate teams. Semifinals on Tuesday. It was all Trojans. They were taking on Cardinal Newman as Blomgren has won another face-off here. Was all Trojans in that one as they take it behind. Trying to get my the score from that Newman game on the semifinals, but I'm not sure my papers will let me. It's so windy up here. Oh, he's crushed. So gets back up. Gaucho defenders all over him. Trojans want a foul. No call. He still has the ball. Now it's out. And now we have a whistle to stop the torture. Oh my goodness. That was Justin Turner, who was just getting beat up by Gaucho defenders, letting some anger out and really crushing him. And he'll take a rest. He needs a breather after that one, no doubt. It was 15-3 on Tuesday, and the Trojans on senior night a week before had played Newman and won 20-7. So Trojans have been dominating weaker foes in NBL, and they're no doubt ready to potentially put a statement on the Gauchos to give a lasting statement to the NCS committee with the seeding coming out Sunday. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. Fired and great save. Lynch loves that angle. He's low lighter, but Neal able to make a save there. He needs to get some confidence, but he also needs some help from the Gaucho offense. And the Gauchos trying to take it out wide or forced out of bounds. Trojans 9-0 in league, 12-3 overall, but the Gauchos 17-4 overall, 6-2 in league. Not too shabby either. We have reached a timeout, break of the action. 3:56 left to go in the first quarter, and the Trojans have started quick. They lead 3-0. And these are 2 lacrosse elites, no doubt. Trojans ranked 57 overall in California, according to Max Preps. Gauchos 46, but right now the Trojans look like a much better team than the green and gold. The Gauchos need a goal, there's no doubt about it. You feel like head coach of the Gauchos, Benjamin Hewitt, might have drawn something up in the huddle there. Get something going. They dearly need it right now. Centered, turning, and Shear just got a piece of it, deflected it wide. Gauchos will keep possession. Oh, this is zone defense. It's working to a T right now for the Trojans. There's nowhere to go, and you know the frustration has to mount as you just can't score a goal. You have to deal with that with the Gauchos. And just keep at it. Once you score one off and that seal will be broken, and you can really start to run your normal offense. Just a monkey on your back. .255 to go. Trojans leading 3-0 here. It's a quiet NBL tournament night on Ellison Field. There are plenty of Trojan students. They nearly outnumber the rest of the fans here, who may just be enjoying their Friday nights otherwise. The Gauchos able to keep it as that one came all the way out to the halfway line. And they'll reset once again. There's no shot clock. Gauchos can take as long as they want to find an open seam. You could only hold that defense together so long. There are plenty of talented players on this Gaucho team too. Yes, they're a little bit less experienced than the Trojans, but So many players on this team that can create and score. They've just got to find a way. And Josh Garcia, the junior attacker, was pretty well neutralized as that one is fired wide, and that's just great defense by the Trojans. That was not a good shot there by McKissick. Just sort of turned blindly and hoped that he could shoot a goal and get through Shear, but never a chance. Gauchos have been able to chase the balls out first, so they have been able to keep possession for long periods of time, and defending can get exhausted, but these Trojans are equipped to defend for long periods of time. Fired, and that one is deflected by Fabiani. It did not go in. It clearly deflected off a net, but it was a matter of whether it was Shear's stick or whether it was the goal net. And it was Shear's stick. Oh, that's a nice spin move. Shear comes out, and no goal. What a play by Shear. Oh, Jack Shear is standing on his head right now.
Shot Fabiani.
And the Trojan fans are shouting their approval. Fabiani with a brilliant spin move to create. He was one-on-one with Shear, who came out and was able to get the ball out of the stick of Fabiani, the senior Gaucho. And it set out wide, and the Trojans able to get to it first. They will take over. Trojans need to make sure to cross it past the halfway line. Only 15 seconds. And they will get it. Ahead to Lynch, who's stumbling and bumbling, makes a man miss. He's already got 2 goals, fires it into Ian Lynch, who misses wide. Oh, I'm sorry, that was
Shot Frank.
Austin Frank, who might never forget his battle for the paddle game. That was absolutely remarkable. He had the goal of the night from 40 yards out, stealing it from the Gaucho keeper, who decided to make a long run as a try, fire, and score! What a play by Dominic Butts, taking it from the end line, and he goes all the way in front. There was just no resistance there, and it is 4-0 all Trojans to start. Wow, how impressive. Taking it from the X right to the crease. Butts, great speed. He's also on the cross-country team. He's a speedy player, and the Gauchos could not deal with it. So 4-0. Talking about Frankie stole it from the Gaucho goalkeeper in the second half, as we're going to have a stick check here. He stole it from the Gaucho goalkeeper, and he took it. He shot it with the open goal from at the 40-yard line right here, and it was perfect. It was almost like an empty net goal in hockey, able to score, and that really pushed the Trojan lead up, really electrified this place. It was thrilling. But he had 4 goals overall. He really played great baseball, or great lacrosse, as I was looking at the baseball field. While talking about that, the JV team faced Annalee, as we're still having a delay here, and can see both teams are huddled up after they've concluded their game over at Abbey Field. Varsity baseball team, after 2 straight non-conference losses, took out their anger against Annalee and clinched to share the SCL title, with Gavin Ochoa, the freshman pitcher, leading the way. 6 innings of 2-hit shutout ball against the Tigers. Trojans won on mercy rule 12-0. They can clinch with a victory on Tuesday against El Molino, clinch their first SCL title in 5 years. Trojan boys lacrosse team's already won an NBL title, trying to make it a clean sweep of a tournament championship as well. Also be a statement to the NCS committee with the NCS playoffs starting next Tuesday. Seeding coming out as what a hit
Possession
by Dante Ratto. He smacked a Gaucho who took a tumbling hit. This has been a physical one. These teams obviously don't like each other. We have a whistle and an infraction on the Trojans. Costs a ball. Ratto is in there just for his physicality, leads some big hits, and he let the Gauchos know he was out there. That feels like it's a difference right now. The Trojans' physicality has been spectacular out there, and the Gauchos were physical early, but after those couple goals, they just haven't been the same, and there's been holes in their defense. The Trojans have exploited. They haven't gotten a lot of possession, but they haven't needed it. This one fired in. Oh, that's great ball movement. There's nothing you can do there if you were Shear. It was 2-0. As Fabiani had it on Shear, and a great job by Wire to come in and finish, and the Gaucho fans have something to cheer about, and maybe that was what they needed. That was right out the whistle, so that is the end of one. It is the Petaluma Trojans 4, the Casa Grande Gauchos 1. Getting ready for the start of the second, and a new quarter brings a chance for new momentum, new changes, and we'll see if the Gauchos can turn things around. They do get that late goal, and it's important to finish quarters and halves well. But so far, Shear has done a spectacular job in goal, and the Trojan offense, in the short periods they've had it, have been finding holes to exploit the Gauchos. See what changes, and Isaiah Blomgren's pretty helpful in the face-off as well. Wins another one. He's just so skilled at that. As mentioned, headed to the small liberal arts Catholic Maryland school, but it's a Division I lacrosse team in the Northeastern Conference, and he gets the full ride scholarship to be on that squad. The Mount, they're called. And the Gauchos able to steal it away there, so that's a little bit more momentum they need. Now they move it forward. They have numbers here. Oh, great job by Lynch from behind, getting a stick on it. It's still loose. Fabiani picks it up. And the Gauchos will try to get into their offense, try to get something going here. The approach by Garcia. Fire scores! What a spectacular goal. I'm sorry, that was Ian McKissick. Trojan defense unhappy with themselves as McKissick found a little seam, and he thought you might need some wonder goals, or at least some shots from far out, and it was going to be hard against Shear, but McKissick fired a laser into the top right-hand corner, and it's 4-2, and the Gauchos have shifted the momentum like they needed to. And the energy back on the Gaucho sideline here. The Trojans have an answer. McKissick, 5'10", 160-pound, talented junior out there. He's been a center of it. Blomgren almost wins it. He's 1-1 and just scored one. He's diving on the ground, tossing it forward. It's a scrum on there. And Holmer trying to get it. Now Ratto, and Ratto has it. And we have a whistle after a wild possession. Ratto is hopping up and down. He's feeling it. Oh, he is happy. Trojan ball. We're going to have another time out here. 10:51 left to go here in the second quarter. And the Trojans leading 4-2 here as the lights are turned on and the sun's setting on this Friday night, the NBL Tournament Championship game. Casa departed their huddle, and Yellen family, they're back and energized again. Head coach for the Trojans, Kevin Lucius, has done a fantastic job. He's in the center in that huddle. There he is in the gray coat behind his assistants, and he has led the Trojans here to an undefeated NBL title. So much great improvement from last year's team with a similar roster that was certainly not at this level, and were just too inconsistent last year. They have the talent, but he's really helped piece this team together. But the senior group he's really credited as well is leading the team, and he says it makes it so easy on him as a coach. Ian Lynch, one of those seniors, gets it to Austin Frank. He might be short, but he is a spectacular player. 4 goals against Casa last game. Frank patient and circles entire defense and gets it to Lynch. Ian Lynch turning, doesn't have any goals. Great defense there until there was a whistle and a foul. Dylan Guff, the junior defender, looked like he might have been nice picking the pockets of Lynch, but instead, slashing is called. And we'll stake out your Trojan ball. NCS committee will convene on Sunday in San Ramon, and they'll be deciding this evening for both Division I and Division II of NCS. Gauchos are in Division I, currently projected by Max Preps as a 6 seed. Trojans are in Division II, currently projected as a 4 seed, and that's important for them. They really want to make sure they're 4 or higher because they want to get a home game potentially in that second quarter final game. That one was sent too far, and what an effort by Lynch to try to save it, but the Gauchos are able to pick it up, and they get it forward. 2 straight goals, and we have a whistle to stop play. The Gauchos called timeout as they were running out of time to get it across that 30-yard marker. That blue line there, they have to cross it in enough time, 15 seconds, or it would be Trojan ball. So another timeout here, 9:43 left in this second. 4-2, the Trojans lead. About the Trojan student section, they are big tonight. They are filling up the bottom left-hand corner of the stands and vastly helping outnumber the Gaucho supporters, create a real home field advantage here this evening. Even bigger, I'd say, than the battle for the paddle. They don't have anything to do on their Friday night besides support their fellow Trojans. Gaucho ball, they're on a 2-0 run. They quelled the bleeding after the Trojans really came out with the opening punch. It's all about a game of momentum. Gaucho's able to find a couple holes in the defense. They found one again. Firing, and Shear with a great save.
Shot Rogers.
Rogers with the shot. But Shear doing a great job. The Gauchos win the ball right back as Horn was trying to push it up. They can head right back into their offense. Trojans need to get a little bit better possession here. This is going to be taxing for their defense if they are just defended all night long. And it's not going to provide too much stretch for the Gaucho defense on the other end, which will help give them and their goalkeeper, whoever it is, some confidence. Currently Neal. See if he remains in. 4-2, 8:47 left in the second quarter. NBL trophy on the line. Gauchos swinging it around. This is Jeremy Bonner. It's the wind really picking up. Sorry if a little distorted. Might be able to hear it in the audio. Bonner trying to get through. That's good defense by the Trojans. Not letting anyone in. It's a sea of white. Shielding Jack Shear. We have a delayed penalty now on the Trojans. The flag has come out. You can see it there on the ground. So a Trojan will be heading to the box for the first time. Once the Trojans can touch the ball. Or gain possession, actually. So a delayed penalty. Good ball movement. And fired wide. Good defense by the Trojans there. Bonner trying to get one going, but the Gauchos are going to be a man up here on a penalty. Depends on the penalty, but we see... Let's see there. It will be Dante Ratto, who is the man of physicality, and he's going to be a guy that you're going to see head to the box a couple times, because that's just how he plays. He's sort of like the imposer in hockey. He's the guy that brings the physicality and the intensity. So went to the box. Well, not sure exactly how long. It depends on size of the penalty, and also then depends on the goal, whether he can come out fired wide. Gauchos will maintain possession, but McKissick has been active early and often so far here today. Penalties can vary from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Trojans will need to kill it off here. 7:20 left in the second. And scored! Ian McKissick! Again from long range, and right now the Trojans need to find an answer for the talented junior. He has 2 of the goals tonight. He is playing well. The assists by Grant. And so far, the Gauchos have turned this game around. It was all Trojans the first 7 minutes-ish, but the Gauchos scored 1 goal at the closing minute of the first quarter, and they have turned this one completely around. And it's a whole new ball game. 7:16 left. Face-off win with Bongo would help. Trojans cannot hold on to possession right now, and they just need a little bit of time with the ball. Really starting to cool down here. Bromgan working hard. Gets Toretto, who's come out of the box, so it was a releasable penalty, so that's why he's out. Sophomore, one of the few underclassmen on this very experienced Trojan team. 11 seniors mentioned, a couple juniors create an impact as 2. and will be dearly missed. But the future seems bright next year in the Vine Valley League for both these teams. Lynch will start his run. Fires! And over the head. It might have been tipped by Neal. State Trojan ball, but they're finally able to settle into their offense. First time in a while, it feels like. Spin move by Frank. Bumped. And it was blocked. Oh, wow, what a play to steal it. Thade Marson was not only able to block it, but able to corral it in his stick. And takes it all the way the other way. Foul on the Trojans. The momentum is all on the green and gold side right now. Trojans need to find a spark. That one fired off the post. Shear doesn't know where it is. It's picked up. Where is it now? It's still, I don't know why that ball was not shot. Rogers had it for some reason, did not shoot on Shear. He had point blank after a long range one hit the post, and Shear had no idea where it was. This one is sent and fired. What a play! Right over the middle of the field. It's David Grant, the junior. And Shear needs to pick me up right now. He was double clutched there. Catching him on the inside, and it is tied at 4. It was all Trojans. Almost the entire first quarter, but it was a late goal that has turned things around. And somehow, someway, we have a tie ball game right now. All Gauchos. Unbelievable stuff here. Well, expecting games of momentum. Trojans need to find a way to turn it around. Blomgren won, and he scored 1 goal just like that. That's one way to change the momentum. Frank tried firing, but it was blocked. And this is a really good job right now by the Gauchos. Get it in the way of shots. Get it blocks it. They might hurt. They might not be fun. But they are doing a spectacular job right now. And the Gaucho fans are going nuts. The small amount that made about the 15-minute drive, it might be like 30 the way traffic is around on a Friday night. But crosstown. And Zach Shear, who played so well to start, the junior goalkeeper, plays senior Eric Coates from last year. He's really done a great job this year. Needs to find a way. Aggressive confidence, great job by Ratto, knocks the ball out. It's loose in front. Shear tried to win it. It's just a scrub, and Shear has finally won it. Shear, a long pass forward. He's got Lynch. That ball was up in the air forever, but Lynch able to win it. 4:50 left. Oh, it's dropped and falling. Oh, Frank had it. Great job by Lynch to come and try to get the ball back to Frank. A lot of scrums right now. Both teams playing with great energy, up and down. This is really when it gets fun. Oh, he broke his ankles. Centered and saved. Deflected. What a move by Turner, though. He broke the Costly defender's ankles, and then Lynch fired. And Marston, who switched, he came in at the end of the first, has done a good job so far. He hasn't had too much work, though, but so far he's been effective enough. 4 minutes left. State Trojan ball tied up at 4. It is the Lady Craven crowd. The stands slowly filling up. Blomgren takes it from the 50-yard line. Trying to reset. The senior trying to get things going for the Trojans. He was really the spark. Oh, what a save by Marston. Lynch had it point blank and right off the pad. The chest pad of the Gaucho goalkeeper. 3:30. Trojans need Blomgren to step up. Just 1 goal. Hasn't been too active. He really was good in the second quarter. And Lynch. Oh, he thought he had a goal, but Marston another save. Lynch just needed a little more on that. And now this is set forward. Can the Gauchos go the other way? Oh, Shear with a spectacular save himself. Wow. Shear going down low. That was a spectacular shot. He's pressure, just has to get it forward. Trojans have to get crossing in time, and it was unable to be corralled by Skylar Horn, and the Gauchos win it back. This place is going nuts right now. Up and down we go. Under 3. And the Trojans, according to the Gauchos fans have too many men on the field, which they're yelling. And I think we're going to have a whistle for cross-checking. Delayed penalty and cross-checking as the Trojans are trying to get the ball back. They're going to be a man down again. Set in the middle. Oh, and missing wide, or high. Good late defense as they got it to Grant. But a cross-checking penalty is going to go here on the Trojans. And the Gauchos are going to be a man up and try to take a lead as they head into the locker room. All right, Gauchos just fired a shot there off the post as they start their penalty. It's only a 30-second penalty, so it will be brief, but the Trojans are going to have to kill off another one. Just 10 seconds in here. Shear coming out, a great job making the save. A scramble in front of the crease there. And a great job by the long stick of Eric McCluskey to get it. Now Shears behind the goal. He's just going to have to throw this one up. Oh, that one is way into the air. It's a jump ball at the 40-yard line. And Ian Lynch is taller than them all. He wins it briefly, and then it's taken away. Great pass ahead. Fired right in front of the goal. And scored. Oh, that was well done. Nothing you could do but applaud. They won it at the 50, and the ball movement was run to perfection. A big number 3, Logan Rogers, the junior attacker, put it away past Shear. The penalty was over, but Azevedo, actually, number 3, and the Gauchos have taken a 5-4 lead, the first lead of this one. And the Trojans need a pick-me-up right now. We're going to have a timeout. What a surge in the last 3 minutes by both teams, and credit to both, but the momentum is still on the side of the Gauchos as Marston, the Gaucho keeper, doing a good job with a couple big saves, and it was back and forth, and the Gauchos, after the penalty, able to slot it away and get the goal. 1:35 left here. 5-4, the Gauchos lead. Well, what can the Trojans do here to turn things around? They brought an extra energy last couple minutes, and it went up and down. This place was going nuts, but they couldn't score. You got to be authoritative. You got to be aggressive. That was really the key. Trojans playing with a lot of confidence. Zach Shear was goalkeeping a lot of confidence. The defense was playing with confidence. They were not letting the Gauchos in, and that was really how things were working. And right now, it's the Gauchos playing with confidence, and the Trojans just need to know right now that they're probably the more talented team out there. They have more experience. They've beaten the Trojans, the Gauchos twice for a reason, and they've come back before. They were down for the majority of the first game back at Casa and were able to come back and get a victory. Gauchos done a much better job on the face-offs. Longhorns really had to work at those today. And the Gauchos win another one. It's been about split on the face-offs today. Approaching the 1-minute mark. And a great move and then a whistle. Offsides is the call as Jeremy Bonner was heading on in, and the Trojans were able to take over. They're going to go quick with Skylar Horn, who's played well, the senior defender, to Lynch, who's been much better neutralized. Oh, it's chilly now, the wind picking up. It's going to be a chilly second half here. Under a minute. Trojans need that momentum. Gauchos got that late goal. Can the Trojans do it here and take some momentum? Well, there was some stick poking there. No call. Refs have been pretty loose on the calls so far today. But over the middle. Oh my, he had a man in Isaac Lynch, and he dived just trying to deflect it in, but he couldn't get a stick on it. That would have been spectacular. 20 seconds left for the Trojans, and Lynch dropped it. Oh my. Now the Gauchos with a chance here. A trick from behind. Is that a penalty? Or at least a foul? Not sure. Austin Frank trying to play some latch-ditch defense there to avoid the on-man break with 13.9 seconds left. Trojan defense get back, but Trojan just made some uncharacteristic mistakes in the second quarter. Dropped some balls. They have no goals in this quarter. As they've just gone silent. They've been so electric offensively. Gauchos don't feel the need to score. It's been a tale of 2 quarters, but it is all cost in the second quarter after the Trojans were dominant in the first. It's Petaluma 4, Casa Grande 5 here in the NBL Tournament Championship game. 24 minutes. It should be fun to decide who takes home the trophy. Can the Trojans go undefeated in NBL, make a statement, and defeat Casa 3 times? Or will the Gauchos get sweet revenge on the Trojans, and they'll be the ones raising the trophy? The Trojans have the pennant, but can they get both? Second half, it's coming up next. Well, we've reached the end of one half here, and it's quite fascinating. It really looked like the Trojans were just going to dominate the Gauchos, and this could be another blowout. And the Trojans just looked like so much the better team in all facets of their game in that first quarter. But all it took was one spark, and the Gauchos scored that 1 goal late in the first quarter to make it 4-1. And the Trojans, they could not keep possession. Even Isaiah Blomgren couldn't win his faceoffs that he so normally does. And it was all Gauchos in that second quarter. They really dominated. They looked like the much better team. They had all of the energy, and they really still do. And if that halftime circle, one of the team captains of the Trojans, Luca Dabano, was up standing in the middle talking to the whole team. Trojans need to rely on their senior leaders. Now, Isaac Lynch came out really strong, but Blomgren's been quiet. Ian Lynch has been pretty quiet, and haven't seen Zach Shear struggled a little bit as well. So the Trojans need their senior leaders to step up and encourage the whole team to really find that energy and drive. This is a team that absolutely has the talent, and especially the offense, to really blow by the Gauchos, but the Gauchos just completely able to dominate possession there, be very patient, and keep the ball out of the hands of Trojan attackers. Meant that there was no goal scored in that second quarter by the Trojans. We'll see if they can turn it around in the second half. The trophy's on the line. 24 more minutes under Ellison Field. The sun's last rays you can see in the sky. This beautiful new field just opened in February, but it's already been excitement to exciting moments after the Trojans beat the Gauchos on last month to clinch the NBL title and win the battle for the paddle. Students storm the field. That certainly be something they will never forget. Gauchos are going to start with the balls. The Trojans have a penalty on their hands to start here. Austin Frank is in the box. And 24 more minutes to decide things. See if the Trojan defense can step things up. It'd help if they could get some steals, get some possessions, maybe try to get in some passing lanes as the penalty is over. Just because the Gauchos have been so patient and been able to wait for their shots, it's really inhibited any offensive chances for the Trojans. It's just been exhausting. Gunning through all sorts of contact and firing was McKissick, who's been the star for the Gauchos with 3 goals, but misses wide, but it stays Gaucho ball. Trojans haven't lost since March. They've only lost 3 times all year, and it was all in non-conference early. It was 3 straight losses for them. That one fired wide by McKissick, and she tried to get out of bounds first, but it will still stay Gaucho ball. Such an improvement from last year. You mentioned Trojans were 9-13 last year, 5-5 in league. It's been a whole new ball game today, and this year for them. But this would mean a lot to take home the trophy, something they haven't had in 3 years. Gauchos have won the last 2, beat Rancho to win it last year. Gauchos beat Rancho in the semifinal to get here. It's a close one too, 13-9. Not a bad third-place Cougars team. Gauchos have played a very busy schedule, a lot of strong teams on their roster, and they've dealt with a lot of adversity this year. They're a very loose team, loose in warm-ups, and ready for this moment. Finally, a missed pass there, and if you're patient, sometimes the own team can kill itself, and the Trojans have made some mistakes in that second quarter. Gauchos do there, and Trojan ball. Sheer, oh my, I couldn't even tell with the ball, but he just totally threw it over the head of players, and the Gauchos get the ball right back. That's just not a good play there from Zach Shear. Trojans need to get some possession, just get some confidence and rhythm on the offensive end. Turning and firing, Shear fights it off.
Shot McKissick.
McKissick again, and the Trojans trying to double him, trying to get the ball out of his hands because McKissick is just trying to do it all tonight. Giammi, and the Trojans steal it away. Nice job by Freitas to get the steal. I haven't seen a lot from the junior, but he's really great in the open field. Well, star he was on the football team. In the open field, he gets by more defenders. Still going, crosses the 30. Trojans have numbers here. They're going to reset. Sorry for the camera work there, and scored! No, it's saved. That was a good-looking shot by Butts. Turner to Butts, but Marston has made another save, and he is stealing now. Now he's going to make the risky move to come out of the goal here. Last time a Gaucho goalie did this, they paid for it. He beats one, but now he's come out, and now he has numbers. If you do it with success, you can have great results. It can also be absolutely disastrous. And the Gauchos done a good job answering the physicality. Trojans were great physical in that first quarter, but the Gauchos have answered physicality of their own, not been bothered when the Trojans have tried to amp it up. 8:34 left. 5-4, the Gauchos lead in. Tale of two quarters. Haven't really seen a momentum in this one yet. And now it is saved. The Gaucho fans thought there was a goal. Rogers fired a howitzer. But Shear came up with a big save, and they need it right now. Blomgren out there, they need him to step up. He had 4 goals in the second quarter to turn things around in that one. Does the senior have something here? Turner. To the X is Frank. Looking for some room in front of the crease. Trojans found that in the first quarter. He made a man fall down. Tries to get in front. There's a green ball there. Now he tries firing. And he missed one. And it's going to be Gaucho ball. The PA announcer mishandles his mic in frustration. And the Gaucho defense right now, just a circle around that blue circle defending Marston, and Marston's done a great job on the shots that he's faced, but everything's been savable, and credit to this Gaucho defense. They have stepped up big time. Under the lights here at Ellison Field. It's been remarkable for an offense that's put up 20 goals a game against lesser opponents, put 18 up first time these two teams met, 15 the second time. And the Gauchos making some substitutions here, a little bit of a line change. Both teams with plenty of depth. Substitutions pretty freely. Trojans early in the season had some goal struggles and issues, but wouldn't expect them here. They've really developed, though. They lost Oak Ridge 11-5. Had a horrible game against Justin Siena. They lost 7-3 against Justin Siena team that is barely going to make NCS, maybe. Not a good team at all. And then lost to Miramonte before they turned things around. A comeback victory over Tamalpais, and they haven't lost since. It's all the way back on March 17th, right before spring break. Feels like a long time ago. Ahead to Lynch. Lynch turning. Scores! The seal is broken. Well, it might have taken over 18 minutes for the Trojan goal drought to end, but Ian Lynch, on the assist by Justin Turner, has finally scored, and the Trojans have tied it up. And they needed Lynch to step up. He's always the leading scorer for the Trojans. He's such a fantastic shooter, such a physical player, and he can fire shots with a speed unlike no other. He just needed some room and some confidence, and he found the inspiration there. 5-5, and the Trojans strike first here in the third quarter, which has been felt like a little bit of a feeling out process. And that is a penalty on Blomgren on the face-off. Uncharacteristic there. Head right into play. You could go through the NBL scores for you, the Trojans, but they were not close. That's for certain, and Max Pretz predicts the Trojans Ranked 4 right now, only behind Miramonte, a team that they did lose to, along with Akalani's Marin Academy as Shear fights another shots off there. He's really stayed pretty confident, even with the Trojan defense that has started to really wear down. Trojans right in front of Piedmont, so that could be a big decision, and this could be the difference between if they have a home game in that quarterfinal game or not. Of course, they have to win their first round game first, currently by Max Preps, which is old computer, projected to play Branson, maybe Urban. Oh, what a smashing hit, and on the ground, you hope he's okay. Oh, he's in some pain. Garrett Freitas absolutely crushed the Gaucho. That is Jeremy Bonner, the 5'10", 190-pound junior, was left in a pile on the field. It's good to see him get up and be able to walk it off under his own power, but Freitas took it to him. Might have been the smaller player, but that's going to help energize the team even more with a big hit, and the Trojan student section improved as well. So Trojan ball mentioned NCS, University, Branson, Urban, Sonoma Academy, Navano. Probably one of those teams they play in the first round. That's Tuesday night. It will be here at Steve Ellison Field. The potential quarterfinal game would be on Thursday, and then the semifinals and finals, if the Trojans get there, would be the next week. There are no CIFs finals in lacrosse, so NCS is the end of the road, and who knows? The Trojans have the talent and the abilities to go all the way. Cost of playing a division up, currently ranked 6 by Max Preps, but it is computer ranked, so often they're a little bit off. They're actually people that seed them. Max Preps just uses a computer algorithm. Obviously doesn't factor in anything. Cost is ranked higher in the state than Petaluma, but if you've watched the teams play, you'd probably say Petaluma has more talent overall. Doesn't mean the Gauchos have certainly brought more energy, and that's why this one is tied at 5. More than halfway through this third quarter. 5:05 left. Butts trying to make things happen with a couple turns. It caused the student section to get delighted. Now to Turner, fires wide. Well, there definitely has been a shift to the momentum right now. The Trojans have a little bit more energy, and they're playing with a little bit more spice and step to their gate. Head to Lynch. Had the last goal. He's so great with physicality. I think he likes taking it on as a challenge. Senior sends it behind to the X. And Frank. Good ball movement here. Trojans need to start wearing down the Gaucho defense, so the Gauchos did it to them. Get that Trojan offense going. It really can. Lynch! Oh, what a goal! And Lynch through 2 defenders, leaping in the air a la Jimmy Chang, and scoring in the right-hand corner. He's given the Trojans back the lead nearly single-handedly. They haven't had a lot of offense going on either one, and Lynch has just made things happen. And he's beat Marsden, who had started to build up some confidence as a keeper. Really done well. But the Trojans have taken back the lead. 6-5 the score. 4:14 left and no goals in this quarter by the Trojans, and credit to their defense, no doubt. They've been spectacular. Blomgren wins a face-off too. Dante Ratto, the sophomore, is pretty much the only underclassman on the field, I'd say, and he jukes past the Gaucho defender. And quickly they got something going here. Fired by Frank, and a good shave by Marsden.
Shot Isaac Lynch.
Isaac Lynch actually with the shot there. He has 2 goals tonight, including the Lynch hook up in that first quarter. The Trojans had a 4-0 lead. They jumped on the Gauchos quickly. The Gauchos responded immensely. Benjamin Hewitt's done a great job with the young squad. Good defense there. Lynch had it for a second, but then the Gauchos win it. They move it forward, and it's stolen right back. Now a whistle will stop playing, And the Trojans have called timeout. It's going to be Trojan ball after the timeout. A great job by Nick Dooley, the defender, one of the captains, senior captains on the Trojans, to get the steal. The Trojans have retaken the lead 6-5 here in the NBL Tournament Championship game. The Trojan student section before, even more filled up in there. Making a little bit of noise as well, filling up the left-hand side of the stands. The Gauchos also have a student section. I just say it's a little bit smaller as we pan over to the steps. There's the Gaucho student section, numbering about 5. Really nice terrace area over there with the snack shack and all has been built with this new remodeling of Ellison Field. Perfect for a night like this. Football next year. New schedule released for the Trojan football team. It's pretty similar non-conference schedule to last year. Trojans tried to keep it pretty light. It's going to be challenging in VVL this year, especially with a younger team. A lot of seniors lost. That one is a saved rebound.
Turner, save Marston.
Marston, a good job. He made 2 saves there and is able to collect it in his goalkeeping. What a steal! Oh, a whistle! Oh, my goodness. Isaiah Blomgren was about to blow the roof off this place, even though there's no roof. We're out on an outdoors field, but there was a whistle before what would have been a spectacular steal and potential goal by Blomgren. Instead, stays Gaucho ball. It's all momentum's on the Trojans, yet it's still 6-5. 1 goal by the Gauchos, and there it is. Said 1 goal by the Gauchos, it changed right back. The Gauchos answer, we're tied at 6.
Assist, McKissick, goal, Fabiani.
McKissick decides to do a little sharing this time. He gets it to Fabiani. And it is 6-6. 2:39 left in the third. That was a quick turn of events there. So the Gauchos return the favor. 2:39 left. So it has grown dark and chilly. An NBL title on the line. It's always so fun to see these teams go up against each other. It means so much to crosstown rivals. Be so sweet for the Trojans to win 3 games against Casa. Really show where the balance of power lacrosse is. That'd be on the west side. Oh, and what a hit as he was taking the shot. That was a huge hit by Dante Ratto. Giambi fired and got killed as he shot it, and that definitely influenced that shot going high. But the Gauchos win another face-off off Blomgren. They've definitely made some changes, some adjustments to the Gauchos after they were really beaten up, especially by the second half in that one. Last month at Ellison Field, an electric atmospheres. Trojans clinched the league pennant and also took home the battle, trying to get 3 new pieces of hardware, but the Gauchos have taken the lead. That was great ball movement. It almost looked like a little pick and roll. And it was McKissick Giambi before. Now they switch it around, and it's Giambi McKissick. Those 2 players are getting along just swimmingly. Just like that, it's 7-6, and the Gauchos retake the lead. Dominic Giambi, he's only a freshman, but there's got to be talent there. He's 5'6", 140 pounds, midfielder. He's not big either, but a couple underclassmen on the Gaucho squad. They got some good young talent there. It's going to be hanging around. 2:07 left to go here in the third quarter. Back and forth we've gone. Blomgren flicked it back, but there was no Trojan there to receive it, and the Gauchos get it. Now a whistle. Timeout, Casa. Back and forth the momentum goes. It's back on the Gaucho side. 7-6. Casa over Petaluma. Casa ball, Casa lead. Small Casa cheering section is broken out. Complete with whistling. Shear able to deflect that shot, and it will head out. And great job there with the long stick of Eric McCloskey to the junior to get Trojan ball. And you don't get a lot of attention in those long stickers and defenders, but they are able to do vital things, get those wins, get those possessions, and not going to say their names a lot on the broadcast, but they can be so vital, strong defense. And this has been a defensive game. Pummeled on the sideline was Butts. a whistle, Trojan ball. Now Butts was about to fall right into enemy territory there. You can see that's a hopping sideline though in the green and gold. They're feeling it right now. Oh, what a great move by Butts. What speed! Save is made though. Oh, it looked like Butts would have an easy goal. He just broke free of everyone, but unable to score there. Gauchos get it ahead quickly. Oh, big hit there. Somehow Jacob Daniele wasn't able to pick it up. That's another sophomore out there. Now another fun, another Gaucho on the ground, tumbling. It's loose, and a whistle as Dooley was about to pick it up. And we're going to have a penalty, I believe, on Lynch. Well, they've called it loosely, but it looks like it will be a trip to the box, maybe, or it might just be a foul. No, I think just going to be a foul. And we'll stay Gaucho ball. 36.4 seconds left here in this quarter. Gauchos leading 7-6. This is going to be a tight one to the finish, and there's no doubt nerves could be a factor. They were in the fourth quarter when they played 2 months ago, back on March 28th, in an 18-17 victory for the Trojans. But the Trojans were up pretty comfortably in the second affair, up 15-9 the final. In the victory, as the refs have had a couple long conversations tonight, and they're having another one here. NBL trophy awaiting the winner of this one, but also pride and bragging rights as well when these crosstown rivals get together in whatever. Probably the final time Casa and Petaluma will square off this year before they will be together in the Vine Valley in the same league for the first time in 8 years in the same league in all sports. Of course, lacrosse is the one exception to that rule. There is no Sonoma County League for lacrosse. Great ball movement, and there just was no chance for Scheer there. That was such superb play by the Gauchos. And someone besides McKissick got something going. It was Fabiani who finished it. Rogers with the assist, and Casa up 8-6 now. All alone on the near side, and a pass across the middle of the defense. They found the open man and finished. It was Rogers with the goal, actually. Fabiani with the assist. 15 seconds left. And they need Blomgren to step up. He has really been quiet tonight. The Trojan stars have been neutralized a lot, and McKissick has showed off his skills. Trojan seniors need to get something going. Blomgren wins the face-off, comes straight in, fires! He scored like that before. That time a little high. 7.5 seconds left here for the Trojans to do something. Lynch running out of time. He's got 1 second left. He's just got to fire, and he fires wide. There's the horn. That's the end of 3. Trojans got the early momentum in the third quarter. Gauchos win on a 3-0 run, turned it around. We got 12 more minutes of lax to play here at Ellison Field. The NBL Championship on the line. It's 8-6 Casa. Start of the fourth quarter, Blomgren won the face-off and tried to do the same thing he did in the first, but second time he's tried that, won the face-off. Just try to fire, use his skill, but hasn't really had his best game tonight. He fired wide again. Trojans race back to get it. Frank doesn't have a goal tonight. Maybe they get the spark. Little goal scoring from him. Only 6 goals from a team that normally scores so much, but this Casa defense has really done a good job after laying 4 early. This one fired at Marsden. They'll make another save, but credit to Marsden too. He has been spectacular goalkeeping, standing on his head, making some great saves when needed. Really causing issues for this Trojan offense, which needs really good shots to score. And made some mistakes as well. Trojan just some missed passes, missed opportunities, and Blomgren scores! That was what they needed from their senior leader. Blomgren just came around, and it was the quick little flick of the wrist. There was no chance for Marsden. It was right in the corner. and it was in before anyone knew it. And it's 8-7. That was what we were talking about, the leadership from Blomgren. Blomgren gets to head right back to the center circle and take another face-off. 10 of his best friends on the field. Trying to complete a comeback here. It's been back and forth. It was all Trojans in the first quarter. All Gauchos in the second. Third quarter was split. Trojans had the momentum early in the third. Then Gauchos took it late in the third. But it's all going to come down to the fourth. Freitas was tripped and lost it, and the Gauchos get it. Freitas looks like he could be a little hurt. He's holding his leg. That's not a good sign. He slams the ground in frustration. He's definitely hobbling on that right leg as head coach Kevin Luchis comes out to take a look at the junior. And he's going to have to help the junior attacker off the field. Or that he's at least walking under his own power. Midfielder, actually. Mentioned Freitas on a breakout year as a football player. He'll be back again next year. And the Gaucho fans believing it should be Casa ball. As Freitas got hurt, they give it to the Trojans. Obviously wasn't on purpose for that. That's just the nice thing to do. Lynch, some fancy footwork, but that was great defense by the Gauchos. They didn't allow him entrance to a good offensive position. Didn't have the entrance key. Suddenly just fires. The save is made. That was a crazy shot by Lynch. A little bit rushed by Marston trying to get it out. And the Trojans able to win it right back. That's a good battle there. Nick Dooley gets the do call from the student section. He's getting into it in the fourth now. 10 minutes left. Who will answer in these final minutes? Who will come home a star? Half the bragging rights, half the trophy. Set them up for NCS. Trojans haven't lost in 2.5 months. They're not used to losing. They haven't played in too many close games, but they know they beat the Gauchos in a close one. What a move! Fired high! Oh, this place would have exploded. Austin Frank had spun around two Gaucho defenders, but he just missed high. Frank had it again. He's bumped, he's bruised, and stolen. It was Turner, actually. And there's lots of room for the Gauchos to work with, potentially on a fast break here. They swing it in. Shear with the save. It's on the ground. Rebound, score! The agony of defeat from Shearer slowly propels himself upward. And that's just the issue on the break there. There is not a lot you can do. Shearer made the first save. It was spectacular. But there was not enough there. Rogers just picked it up and flung it back in again. Shearer is distraught. That was a big one there for the Gauchos, and a spectacular one on the fast break, too. Trojans unable to get back. A costly turnover. And it's back to a 2-goal lead for the Gauchos, 9-7. Unbelievable. Now, Blomgren stole only 2 goals tonight. And that is certainly not typical of the senior. 9:18 left in the fourth. Blomgren battling hard at the face-off circle, able to win it, dealing with pressure, tries to get it up. The Gauchos, indeed, have taken possession of it. The Trojans still hacking away. Rana with a big hit. Mention that's what he does. He's the enforcer. But it'll stay Gaucho ball. NBL Girls Championship is over at Casa. Casa Girls taking on Cardinal Newman. The Petaluma Girls Lacrosse team fell short to Casa in the semis. They really played well, though. They had a late comeback and nearly got a victory. Fell 13-11. And they likely will play in the NCS next week. They're right on the edge for a home game, right around the 8 or 9 seed. So we'll see on Sunday what they decide. Shear able to make the save on the shot. Quickly getting it forward. to Freitas, who I guess is all right because he's back out with his usual lengthy and quick trot up the field. He was limping at the end of that third quarter, had to be helped off the field. 8 minutes left. Trojans patient, they're in no rush here, making a couple changes and substitutions. Justin Turner, the senior midfielder, holding it in his paddle. Now we'll go. Turner with a goal tonight. Fired quickly by Lynch. The save is made. Marsden is doing a great job. Right now, a collision out at the Trojan sideline. And it's going to be Trojan ball. Good defensive play there by Lynch, avoiding the Gauchos getting it up early. Oh, and missed that. Pass over the middle. And the Trojans just didn't connect, and there's just been some uncharacteristic mistakes tonight. You would not expect from the Trojans in the magnitude of this moment. Shake your head at. Just not been typical. Oh, you could hear that one. Lynch and Turner met. Billy Buckaroo at midfield, but he held on to it. And there's been some aggressiveness and physicality by the Trojans, but the Gauchos have been able to deal with it. 7:13 to go, and you know the Gauchos are going to be very patient on the offensive end with a 2-goal lead. Can't be stagnant, though, that's for certain. You don't play to score, you just play to continue scoring. Behind the goal. We're having coordinating defense and offensive cheers here, which is a little fun. You don't normally chant offense. I'm not sure the Gaucho fans understand that, but the Trojans have done their job. And after the foul on the Gauchos, they'll head the other way. Blomgren. Behind the X. Fired! And deflected. What a save.
Frank saved Marston.
Frank fired, and Marston again comes up with a save. God, how well he's played tonight. Came in after the first Gaucho goalkeeper wasn't effective, and he has just made it an uncomfortable night for the Trojans. They've gotten some good shots. Losing his stick was Lynch as they push it upward. A huge hit there, and a whistle. Blomgren laid out Adam Lopez, one of the few seniors on the Gauchos. They only have 6 seniors. And I believe we have just have a whistle here. And a stoppage in play. It's 6:16 left. Near the halfway point of this fourth quarter. 9-7 the Gauchos lead. Goalkeepers have both played well. The Trojans so dearly want to head out on top. Lots of cheering on both sides. Gaucho ball. Trojan defense needs to force a turnover. It's been something they've struggled with all day today. They've just been very patient defensively. Let the Gauchos do their things. Let them dictate the terms. Oh, it's lost. And now the scramble forward at the X. Shear comes out to help and is able to win it. Nice job by Zach Shear coming out of his crease. He throws it up and again. We've seen this multiple times. The Trojans just not connecting right. Horn able to run it down. Not a good pass from Shear. And then he's too far ahead trying to get it for Blomgren, and then the Gauchos throw it away. A chaotic moment there. But Trojans have just rushed some passes. It's not been confident passes or aggressive. It's been almost nervous passes at points. Just need to settle into the offense that they know they can play. Freitas has gotten a lot of action. He's back out there again. Frank has not been too effective tonight for the Trojans. Butts has had some good looks, but hasn't been able to put it away either. Try to go with the speedy, athletic Freitas. He's dipping and darting, can't find anything. Frank. Back to Freitas, both juniors. Under 5 minutes left. Trojans need goals. Trojans need at least 2. They could send it to a 4-minute overtime period. That's Turner. He's patient, can't find anything. And the Trojans got in the X, got some almost wraparound goals. That's been their most effective start, where Marston doesn't really see it. Because when Marston has saw the ball well, he has made the saves today. He's really done well. Here's one coming around, it's going! Exactly what we talked about! What a goal! Dominic Butts! Here, and then he wasn't doing so well. He came from the X exactly as we said, and Marsden never was able to see where he was coming from. He appeared right in front of him in the crease, out of nowhere. And there was no chance. 9-8, the Trojans needed a goal, and they got one. 4:28 left in the 4th. This place is the definition of electric now. NBL trophy on the line. Can the Trojans keep this undefeated streak going? They have won a remarkable as the Gauchos win the face-off. I'm sorry, the Trojans do. Nice battle by Blomgren. Now they take it up quickly. Trojans have won 13 games in a row now. Haven't lost since March. Closest was an 18-17 victory to Casa. Second time either Ellison Field. Trojans were too much, but today it's been even. The Gauchos have made the adjustments. It's so hard to beat a team twice, 3 times even more so, especially when you beat a team. It's Blomgren getting ready. Does he have a moment of magic? A moment of brilliance? No, he's lost it. And the Gauchos have stolen it away. They have numbers here. This has been an issue all night for the Trojans. The Gauchos in numbers, and they can take their sweet time with 3:30 left on the clock and a 1-goal lead. Timeout, Casa. A huge steal there, and just another hiccup. We've seen just a couple hiccups uncharacteristic by the Trojans tonight, yet they still have a chance here. They trail 9-8 with 3:30 left. Just apologies for brief camera issues. We're off the tripod right now because we're having a couple of issues. But right now, all Costa's doing is winding time. You've missed about 30 seconds. And you haven't really missed much because it's just been Costa running around in circles. They're just trying to take time. Now they try something, and Scheer makes the save, but the Gauchos are able to get to it first, and the Gauchos can continue to just run the clock down. And the Trojans are going to have to start to get more aggressive on defense as the clock runs down and take possession. The Gauchos can take as long as they want. Trojan fans were booing. This thing is intense now. Fans cheering on both sides. Trojans need possession to score, and that's really been the story all game long. They have not had a lot of it. Apologies, the camera is a little bumpy now. And there's the aggressiveness. 3 Trojans coming in, knowing they have to get it. Gaucho on the ground, but the Trojans have the ball. That's what they needed. Now 1:42 to go into their offense. A diving attempt by the Gauchos almost to get a steal. Scheer waits, and the Trojans move it up. A timeout is left if they want to drop a play, but the Trojans moving it right along. Here's Freitas to the X. Student section on their feet now. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Trojans are going to have to be pretty authoritative here. Time is not their friend. Freitas behind the X to in front of the goal. The wraparound goals have worked. A long journey for Turner. He fires. Scores! Justin Turner! Dominic Butts it is! We have a tie game! 9-9! Unbelievable! This place is going berserk. The student section is going berserk. Wow! We're back on a tripod as well. Dominic Butts with the goal from long range. It wasn't the easiest, but in the big moment, Marston unable to come up with the save. Costa's got 40 seconds left and possession for a chance to win it. 9-9, 40 seconds left. We'll head to overtime, a 4-minute golden goal overtime if we remain tied. This is electric right now. Casa goes behind. They know the time. They have 30 seconds, so they want to get the last shot. Not give the Trojans another chance here. Everyone on their feet. An NBL title on the 9. 20 seconds left. Gauchos still waiting. It's like a shot clock in basketball, but they're really taking their sweet time. 15 seconds left. Surprised they're not going yet. The Gaucho coaches are jumping, but they are not moving. They're going to let this clock run down. We're going to head to overtime here. He just fling it high in the air. 4 more minutes. That was an interesting choice by the Gauchos. They did not even try there to get any offense, and the players will head back for a brief huddle. Unbelievable. Dominic Butts, the junior midfielder from long range, scores the tying goal. Gauchos were just taking their time. The Trojans had one shot, maybe literally one shot at goal, but Butts got the perfect one. He found the position. Top left-hand corner. He's played lacrosse for a long time. Know him well. And no man better to get it. Well, now both teams have to turn. It's been a game of momentum. It's gone back and forth. Overtime. Yes, overtime will decide things here. Overtime rules vary by sport, and in lacrosse, it's a 4-minute overtime period. It is golden goal, so 4-minute overtime. If it finished 4 minutes, no one scored, we just go to another overtime period. Golden goal means the first goal scored and the game is done. Just like that, similar to hockey, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Now they're not ready to come out just yet. This could be one of the most exciting victories in Petaluma lacrosse history, or it could be a crushing defeat. A hero is waiting. The student section for Petaluma, oh, they exploded with the goal. You can see them in the dark there in the stands. They would be ready to storm the field with a victory. They are going nuts. 4 minutes of overtime await. And you wonder what they're talking about in those huddles. Casa has to be crushed of that late goals, but they're able to do it. We're going to get an explanation here of the overtime. I'm not sure if they're just going to yell. No, he's just hand signals. He's telling us 4 minutes. As we all know, it is sudden death. As we said, the PA announcer communicating, so all about 300 fans that know in this stadium know the rules. It is all on the line here. You know the pressure has to be intense. The Trojans came through. Can they use that momentum of a late goal? And can Casa turn from what they saw before? Trojans have more experience. They had the key goal late against Casa in the first one. A comeback victory there. Can they come back here? The captains are meeting at midfield there. Horn, Dooley, and Justin Turner. The 3 senior captains for the Trojans. So many seniors, you could have picked them out of a hat. So many great leaders on this team. Can they lead them to a remarkable victory? Or does Casa have it? Casa's playing some close games against some good teams, gotten some victories as well this year. So even though they're a young team, they can be acclimated to some big victories, and including an 11-9 victory over Palo Alto, 13-10 over California. Neither team, however, has gone to overtime. First overtime for either team. So have not been totally acclimated to this exact moment. They shake hands like we're starting anew, and you could argue you played 48 minutes for nothing, but it was thrilling, and the conditioning and all that has to be a factor as well. Blomgren and Dylan Guth, the junior, and Guth's done a great job. The face-off circle, he's really made Blomgren work. It's been pretty even, I would say, between face-off. This is a key one, and Blomgren wins it. Trojans will start with possession. Any goal wins it, and there's going to be lots of screaming throughout. The senior Blomgren looking for a signature moment. He comes in, he shot, he scores! Blomgren has won it, and the Trojans will win!
Blomgren! Great game, both teams. Give them a hand.
Unbelievable. Crushing for Casa. The Trojans with a remarkable comeback. The students are pouring out onto the field as they stud Casa. Outplayed most of the night. Isaiah Blumgren quiet most of the night. He wins the face-off, and he took it straight in, right past the Casa defenders like they were nothing. A top-shelf finish. What a way to end it. And the Trojans will raise the NBL trophy as they defeat Casa. Unbelievable interviews, and they're going to be fun. They're coming up next. Stay right here.
We are here with the goalkeeper of the Trojans, Zach Scher, after you guys get a thrilling overtime victory over the Gauchos to win the NBL tournament. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I'm exhilarated, and I'm just so happy we won this. Yeah.
Team was down for most of the game, and you guys had that late goal by Dominic Butts, and then Isaiah with the winning goal in overtime. How are you guys able to keep your heads up and find a way to get a victory?
I think it just took us wanting it more. At first we didn't really want it. The other team really was playing hard, and then we just got it together and played as a team.
And you really played well tonight in goal. Gauchos really had trouble scoring against you. How were you able to make so many great saves?
I've been playing with these guys for a really long time. I've just a lot of practice too. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
How helpful was your defense tonight in front of you? Gauchos had the ball so much, but they weren't able to get a lot of good shots, and you only allowed 9 goals over the course of the game.
Yeah, no, our defense played great. We locked off Ian McKissick, one of their best players, and he just couldn't do much, so we locked him off.
Feels like this team can't lose right now. You guys find a way to win. You haven't lost in 2.5 months now. How far can this team go?
I think we're going all the way to NCS and going farther, so let's go.
Thank you so much, Zach. We are here with Dominic Butts after the Trojans pull out an overtime victory over the Gauchos to win the NBL tournament title, and you had the goal that set the game to overtime. Take us through that play.
I don't know, I just saw the ball and it was coming over the top, and I didn't see how far away it was. I just saw the goal and was like, all right, I'm going for it, and just sent it, and full send, you know.
And you guys were down in the fourth quarter 9-7 for a lot of it, and Casa was holding on to possession for the final 2 minutes. You guys only got it left with a minute left. Did you guys still know that you could still win this game?
Yeah, the whole time when we were down, we were just thinking we have to stay calm, play our game, and the game's going to come to us. There's no doubt. If we're just sitting back, being calm, playing our ball, we're going to win.
And this team, different types of games, all 3 times you guys have played Casa. It was really high scoring the first time. Last time you guys sort of just overwhelmed them, shut them down with defense. Tonight it was a really tight defensive affair. How have you guys been able to pull out a victory against a really talented rival every single time?
Honestly, I don't know. They give us their best every time, and I got to hand it out to those guys. And I've been playing with those guys since I've been growing up, and they're great players. And I don't know, we just kept playing our game. Like I said before, that was our game plan. We stuck to it, and we just won, you know.
And finally, how much does this mean to the program? You guys undefeated NBL regular season champs, and now you guys take the NBL tournament title for the first time in 3 years.
It feels great, honestly. I don't know what else to say. It's just we did it, and that was our game plan all year. That's what we wanted to do, and we did it.
Thank you so much, Dom. All right, that's going to do it. The lights are going out here, so you might not be able to see me too well. Hi, Justin. Everyone is pretty pumped about this one. An unbelievable victory. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everyone. We'll get quick reaction from our Trojan Live correspondent, Michael Barabal. Michael, you're in the student section all game. What were your thoughts?
It was a great game. We got a quick lead. Unfortunately, Casa Grande came back a little bit. And the Petaluma, they stepped up when they needed to. They got a good goal, I think with about 2.5 minutes left.
Yep.
And then they were able to stop Casa defense, get the ball back, and scoring with little time left is pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely thrilling. I don't think we'll forget this stop. The Trojans able to get the key steal on Casa, who was just taking their time. And then Isaiah Blomgren able to score the winning goal. And Isaiah, you had that goal in overtime. You took it right out of the face-off and scored. Take us through that.
Honestly, I went out there on the face-off super nervous, and then honestly, I just had my great teammates to back me up and say, hey, we trust in you, you trust in us, do what you do. I went up there and I won the face-off. I actually listened to my coach for once on the face-off, did what he told me to do. Went backwards, and then, hey, I mean, they put their best defender on me, and I took it. I took it straight to cage, baby.
And you didn't have as many goals or weren't as dominant as you've been in past games, but how are you still able to have the confidence to just have this amazing moment? And it looked easy. It was done in 10 seconds.
It's the great coaches that honestly just fuel me with fire. They're like, Isaiah, it's big time, OT. Go as hard as you can. It's up to you. It's what you want to make of it. You can do what you want. I'm like, all right, I'm going to take it.
How is this a fulfillment of everything you've worked for? You get the winning goal to win the NBL title. You guys finish NBL undefeated regular season and tournament champs.
Well, I knew that winning or beating Casa 3 times would be a lot better than winning twice and losing the last game. So I was not going to let that happen, and just had a great team to surround me, and they helped me out.
Thank you, Isaiah, so much. Congratulations. Good luck in NCS. Trojans will head on to NCS next week. They'll see where they're seated on Sunday, but I'll tell you this much, this win absolutely helps a lot. It looks pretty good when you haven't lost in 2.5 months, and the Trojans just seem to find a way to keep on getting victories. It wasn't the prettiest victory tonight, and they weren't always the best tonight. The Gauchos outplayed them for a lot of this game, but they found a way to get a victory every game. It is truly remarkable, and this one might have been the most remarkable. Really a true fulfillment of the seniors and the whole team. Thank you so much, Justin. Unbelievable victory tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in. You can always check out the interviews. Dominic Butts did have a big game, the tying goal before Blomgren won it. Isaac Lynch started up early, but the Trojans were just able to hang in there throughout the game and find a way to win. And it's hard to even know how, but they found a way to do it. Unbelievable. They take on the trophy, NBL trophy, already have the NBL pennant, and now can they win NCS? There's absolutely a shot. We'll have full coverage of that. So check right here on our YouTube channel if you missed any of this game or you want to check out the Battle for the Paddle game. Full games on our YouTube channel. But that's going to do it here from Ellison Field. The Trojans win 10-9 in overtime. Isaiah Blomgren showing the game-winning goal. Truly unbelievable and setting this place on fire. Something that will not be forgotten for a long, long time. That's going to do it. I'm Griffin Epstein. Good night.